everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with cameraman Ken, and today we are looking at a 74 Bronco. Really cool Bronco. We just kind of put her through some paces out on the track here at Evergreen Speedway. Just a little bit of stuff over the motocross track, just some shots in the dirt, just kind of a couple guys having some fun in the dirt. But anyhow, really neat truck, extremely capable vehicle. This is one of the most capable ones we've had. You can take a look inside there at those dual reservoir shocks in the front. This one has the James Duff Monster suspension on it, and that is aptly named. Now, what that Monster suspension does is that gives you what they call their long arm suspension, which gives you a lot more articulation in the front. It's all Heim jointed, so it moves nice and freely. Very, very tough and very effective setup. Now, with that Monster, what you get also in the rear is they actually convert the rear to a 4-link. So what you have is now you have long arms in the back as well and coil springs. It gives you a lot more travel. That rear end can move a lot easier. It also uses 4 shocks, one inboard, one outboard on each side. So very, very capable. That setup in back is actually adjustable, so you can actually lift and lower that as you want. Now this one here is kind of on a lower setup, so you've got a really good setup. It keeps that frame down low. You've got a good low center of gravity. And if you're out kind of climbing rocks and stuff, the last thing you want is you want all that body weight up, and it just kind of gets your center of gravity is much higher. This one utilizes more of a custom body lift, but when they did it, this isn't on the standard plastic pucks. What they did is they actually welded on new frame mounts to the body, raised the body up off to give the tires enough room and that suspension enough room to the point where it can actually work properly. There are so many things done. Of course, we're not going to be able to give you all the information in one video, but suffice to say, very, very impressive list of things done to this one. It also has the rock skis on the side, and those are basically to protect the body when you're out. Inevitably, you're going to come up against something. I remember my first outing with my Bronco in which I damaged not one but both rockers. If I'd have had these on it, that wouldn't have happened. But anyway, as you can see, most Broncos have rocker problems. This one, you'd have to screw it pretty bad to hurt these rockers. But really cool rig. It has a locker in the back, Detroit. In front, it has an aux locker, and what that is, that's a cable actuated locker. So you don't have to worry about your pump like you do with an ARB. So there's no air setups. It's just simply a cable locker. You can lock it in and out. It's done on a nice lever switch that's located between the seats. They're extremely tough. So mechanically very tough, ready to go. Dana 44 in front, 9-inch in the back. Cool things done. Also heavy duty steering on this one. This one uses the PSC steering, so that's a hydraulic ram that works in conjunction with your power steering box. So when you're out and you're in that deep mud or you're trying to turn against that big rock, it gives this system enough power to do that. And it uses the whole linkage system from BC Broncos, which is really nice. It's a DOM tubing with big heavy Heim joints on it. So it's tough, it's precise, it's going to live through having fun with, and it feels really good out on the road, especially with these 37s. So again, something else to talk to. On these Toyos, these are brand new tires that we just put on, and these are the Toyo MTs. Really good all-around tire. I mean, as far as really good off-road, they clean well, they grip just like crazy. So if you're after a truck that you can actually drive on the road with a good reliable tire that's not jumping all around like some of the cheap tires, and you can still take off-road and have a really tough tire, these Toyo MTs are one of the better tires you're going to be able to find. They're incredibly expensive, however they've got a really good tread wear rating, so you should have them on this truck even as a daily driver for a long time. So just kind of moving around, the more I move, the more stuff I see. This one has the heavy duty rear tank. It's got the great big skid plate on it, 25-gallon capacity on it. So you've got enough fuel so you're not stuck with those 2 small tanks and a switch valve. You don't have to worry about that. You just have the one great big tank. Obviously, of course, you can look up, you see the roll bar. That's a family style cage. It has the marine grade speakers on it, like those are the ones you typically find on your ski boats and your wake boats. They're made by Infinity, plenty of sound. There's a small amp there, a deck inside the dash. So just it's got lights on the sides also, so if you are out at night, you can kind of see what you're doing. You can kind of bring your own party if you want out on the beach too. So a lot of stuff to talk about. Take a look at the write-up. A lot of fun on this one. A good strong 351 Windsor. It's got a C4 automatic, Dana 20 with a twin stick setup. So tons and tons of hardware on this truck. I mean, we can just keep going and walk around until Ken and I both get dizzy and fall down. So anyway, you guys got any questions, give us a call, 360-863-2241, or visit us on our website at mainlymusclecars.com. All right, kind of jumping in the truck, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. Full complement of Autometer products in this one. So you've got the Sport Comp gauges, you've got the big Monster Tack, shift light, so if you're out and about, you know, you're not over revving that engine. It also has an MSD digital ignition system, so you can set rev limiters on it. And this Windsor flat moves too. I mean, for what you would expect, standard 351. I'm not, you know, we have some paperwork on the motor, but not enough to indicate everything on it. Very powerful. Just touch the gas, it literally picks the truck up. It's a lot of fun to drive. It is kind of surprising power-wise with 37s. Now this is a higher compression 351, so you do get a lot more power with it. So you are going to have to run a like a 91 or a 92 octane depending on where you're at. But that is the extra little money you spend in fuel is more than offset by the performance gain that you do get.